Hey guys, Dr. Mike here. Good afternoon. Welcome back. We're going live today, talking about the supplement of the month right here in the office. We're going to be talking about ArthroSoothe. A lot of patients come up to me and say, listen, I've got joint pain, arthritis. My doctor said I would never be able to use this arm properly again, or I would need knee replacements, or they're going to put me on Celebrex to get rid of the inflammation in the body. And quite frankly, I've taken several of my patients who have been complaining to me about that, and I found a supplement called ArthroSoothe, which contains many key ingredients to decreasing inflammation in the body, but more importantly, targeting those joints that adds not only pain-free, but actually adds health and healing to the joints as well. Where, say, a Celebrex, something like that, is definitely an anti-inflammatory. Unfortunately, it's a steroid, and it has side effects just like all medications do. So basically, the reason I found ArthroSoothe, the way I found it was I was recommending all these different things. I was, MSM and chondroitin and turmeric and all these different things I was recommending to patients, and it really got to where it was too much. The patients couldn't find it all in one place, or they had to go to a health food store 18 miles away or whatever. And so I started doing my research. We use a great company called Designs for Health, and they have found a phenomenal supplement that actually contains all of those things into one supplement. And so ever since then, obviously we can't keep it on the shelf. In fact, we made it product of the month because of that, just so that everybody can get it in their hands that needs it and wants it. So the ingredients, the main ingredients in here that are really beneficial, again, if you're suffering with arthritis, joint pain, you have trouble on the weekends, you're weekend warrior type people, athletes, doesn't matter what age, if there's any joint pain, whether it's shoulder, knee, ankles, hands, fingers, we've seen benefits in people literally coming off Celebrex, like I said, just from taking this supplement right here. Key ingredients, MSM. MSM, of course, is that natural anti-inflammatory supplement. It's a sulfuric compound. Check that out. Glucosamine sulfate, obviously, which helps to add collagen and helps with stabilizing and conjoining cartilage in the joints, specifically the knees, if you're having knee issues or have histories of bad knees. The other one is turmeric. I talked about turmeric a lot. If you're a patient here, turmeric is what I call God's anti-inflammatory. It's a spice. It's an Indian spice, and obviously can be ingested. It can be mixed in your food. To take in high doses, I do recommend in capsule form. Or of course, now we found the ArthroSoothe that you just literally take it, you get the right amount of turmeric in there, and it helps to reduce the heat, reduce the inflammation, which obviously reduces that pain level as well. And then of course, the other thing I want to talk about, there's a bunch more in here, but the other one is hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid has been really popular, and obviously with injecting into joints to help lubricate the joints. Hyaluronic acid helps with inflammation, but also helping to retain collagen and the integrity of the joint and the cartilage in the joint. So hyaluronic acid helps lubricate and, like I said, retain that collagen that you need to keep. Obviously, it's benefits for skin and anti-aging benefits as well. But when we're talking about ArthroSoothe, it's all about getting the inflammation out, building that cartilage, keeping what you do have healthy, and of course, so that the prayers that you don't have to end up on a medication, you can literally take it right here in one little capsule. And again, there's no side effects to that, which is great. It's a whole food supplement, so we're talking about no side effects from synthetic drugs, medications, and things like that. So any questions about that, obviously come in, ask me about it, ask us about it. If you have any questions and you're watching this live and you're like, that's me or whatever, email me, or you can also just respond or comment back on Facebook. We'd appreciate any comments. Good. If you have questions about your health, anything like that, please comment to us. I mentioned email. You can email me here at the office at providencechiropractic@gmail.com. We'll definitely be answering your questions based on that. And so as a little bonus here at the end of this video, real quick, I'm going to run through 5 anti-inflammatory foods. So if you can't get a hold of the ArthroSoothe right away, there's anti-inflammatory foods that God gave us that you need to be basically having in your kitchen at all times and constantly be eating. Number one, we talk about is cucumbers a lot. That's a phenomenal anti-inflammatory food. Also is an alkalizing food for your bloodstream. Almonds are high in omega-3s, 6s, 9s. Almonds are anti-inflammatory. You can get that through almond milk, or just raw would be best. I wouldn't recommend roasted nuts. When you start roasting or high heating the nuts to roast them or salt them, what happens is you start taking out and destroying all the enzymes and protein in there. So raw would be best if you're talking about almonds. Onions. Now onions, you're probably surprised that I'm saying onions, because onions are not everybody's favorite. However, onions contain something called allicin, which is a natural enzyme in the onion that actually helps to decrease inflammation. It's a super antioxidant. Onions are wonderful as far as taking out inflammation and helping to alkalize that blood. And then of course spinach. Everybody, again, we learned from Popeye a long time ago that spinach helps build muscles, helps you be healthy. However, spinach is also an amazing cruciferous vegetable, which helps anti-cancer, anti-heart disease, and it helps regulate blood sugar. But when we're talking about inflammation, it helps to reduce the inflammation out of the bloodstream, ultimately reducing your pain level. So again, neck pain, back pain. Obviously, chiropractic is amazing for reducing that. But on top of that, we have foods, again, that give us that anti-inflammatory property to reduce pain. So again, if you're suffering out there, again, just sticking to these basic foods or getting the supplement is going to help reduce that inflammation. And then number 5 is fish. Cold water fish is best. Things like salmon or cod. Those are the main fish. Of course, if you want to, without the mercury content, you want to reduce the mercury content. Salmon and cod are great sources of omega-3s as well, which omega-3s will naturally help to take out inflammation of the joints of the body, and adding, again, like I said, another component of fish or fat, essential fatty acids, that is key for reducing heart disease, reducing type 2 diabetes, and of course things like cancer that are one of those things that we see rampant across the U.S. today. It's unbelievable. But to say all that is, those are the top 5 foods. So to recap, it's almonds, spinach, cucumbers, onions, and fresh fish. Wild caught, again, on that fresh fish would be best. So that completes today's live video. We appreciate you guys. Have an amazing weekend. If you like the video, you learned something, you want to learn more, comment at the bottom. Like us, share it. I'm sure there's other people that need to hear this information. And of course, we'll be doing this again next Friday, so stay tuned. If you have any topics that you want us to cover, please make a comment in the bottom, and that way we can actually start making a list and start covering those topics for you. So again, be blessed.